Hello and welcome back to Stray Gods, the role-playing musical. Welcome back to Act 3 and welcome back to A Lot Has Happened. A lot has happened. Freddy's dead. She got stabbed by the Furies and is now kind of out of the picture. Although we are in the underworld, maybe we get to meet her. Why don't we hit continue and see what's going on? What's the point? It's yours now. No time for second thoughts. Well, no time for second thoughts. We have to do it like this.
Don't tell me you've decided you don't want it. After everything we went through to get it?
It's not that.
Then what? This is what you've craved ever since the chorus stripped it from you. Take your victory lap.
I like the way you think, truly. I can only hope that somewhere Hades can see me, sitting on his chair.
Now for the bad news. We have work to do. Happy to help. Well, now for the bad news.
I'm guessing now's when you break the bad news. Am I right?
You knew?
I suspected. Now I know. I'd still like to hear it, though.
I lied. Even if we could find Freddy, you couldn't bring her back. The laws of death are not so easily circumvented.
And the fates?
They will not help you or anyone. Even if you could speak to them, they will not care. And never have.
You lied. I suspected. You could have told me. I mean, it's a Greek tragedy. I suspected.
I suspected as much. I mean, if it was so easy, why didn't Orpheus bring back Eurydice?
Indeed.
And you showing up at the apartment with exactly what we needed. Too convenient.
That is so, yes.
So that's it. I hate you. I should have realized sooner. So that's it.
That's it then. We came here for nothing.
I doubt the fates would have responded even to the mirror, Grace. And the boundaries of death cannot be commanded away. Not even by the ruler of Hades.
Which you weren't gonna share. Not while you still had a shot at sticking it to Hades.
At the very least, I had hoped we might find your friend's spirit.
Why? We can't bring her back.
Not without great sacrifice, no. No, the rules of death are clear. Yet you might have spoken to her. I know what it's like not to get the chance to say goodbye.
Hey.
Freddy, you're here.
Yeah, I've actually been watching you since you arrived. It's not like there's much else going on.
Fred,
No, don't even start, Grace. I made my decision. I don't regret it one bit.
I shouldn't have involved you, but why? I wish I could undo it.
I do. I want to go back. I want it all to go back. It's not supposed to end like this.
This isn't the end. Hey, it's not by a long shot. You still have a whole story to finish.
Without you?
Yeah. Without me.
I don't want to.
Well, I don't blame you. I happen to be really good company. Hey, no.
I guess this is it, huh?
Almost. I found someone while I was down here. Someone you really need to meet.
Calliope? This... You can't be real. Your soul is inside Grace.
My
Idols don't...
eidolon is inside Grace. The rest of me... I'm here, Persephone.
This is real.
I guess you weren't just friends. Tell us what happened. I'm still confused about the soul. Well, I guess you weren't just friends.
I guess you two were better acquainted than you said. Huh, Persephone?
We parted ways years ago. Persephone couldn't take my lectures any longer.
I'd take them now. I miss them.
No, you don't. Think about how bitterly we argued at the end. Don't blame yourself. Not when there are so many fond memories to cherish instead.
I'm still confused about the soul.
I don't get it. I thought the Eidolon was Calliope's soul. But if that's true, then...
The Eidolon is what makes us an idol, but it's not our soul. Each of us adds a piece to it as it passes on.
But what about the memories?
The memories are but a reflection. And after the Eidolon is passed on, old memories become a reflection of a reflection. It's why the idols have forgotten so much. You knew this truth once, Persephone. Long ago.
Tell us what happened.
We need to know what happened to you, Calliope. How did you die?
Why didn't you come to me? If you were in trouble, I would have protected you.
I know you would have, but I couldn't let you be drawn into Apollo's prophecy as well.
Apollo's prophecy?
He didn't tell you? No, I don't suppose he could have. It's a long story.
I think I understand. We have lots of time. Let's start with Apollo. Just tell me who killed you. Some interesting options there. I think I understand.
You don't mean to say that Apollo is responsible for your death, right? But his prophecy is.
Yes. It said I needed to die.
Someone else knew about the prophecy. Athena.
No.
Then she sent the Furies after me when I went to the reliquary. I barely escaped. I fled back to the mortal world. To you.
Why me? Why did you go to the reliquary? Tell me about this prophecy. Yeah, why me?
Why come to me? Of all the places you could have run to, why come to my apartment?
Because I was dying.
But I couldn't save you. I barely even knew you.
I was wandering the streets that night, wondering if I should go to the reliquary or just flee. And I heard you singing. I followed you home after to see where you lived. I didn't know what would happen to me, but I thought, just in case, I knew I had to hold out until I reached you.
Thank you. None of this is your fault. How dare you drag me into this? You didn't give me a choice. Well, you didn't give me a choice.
I wish you hadn't. You didn't give me any choice.
I wanted to. I thought I would at least have time to explain.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have believed you.
The Furies, they kept coming. It was all I could do just to reach you. I am so sorry, Grace. I truly did not mean for it to be like this.
Tell me about this prophecy.
Apollo hates using his power. Why would he have given a prophecy to Athena?
Because she demanded it. She was desperate.
How did you even find out?
Apollo was horrified after he delivered the prophecy, and he refused to stay silent. And he came to warn me. He was torn. Telling me meant I was locked into it. I still think he did the right thing. Though I expect he disagrees.
What did the prophecy say?
What was the prophecy? Surely I need to hear it.
If I tell you, you'll be locked into it, just like me.
But the prophecy doesn't just say you have to die. There's more to it, right? They always require interpretation.
Apollo told Athena that. He begged her not to jump to conclusions, but maybe she was right.
Tell us. She can't be. It's about me too?
It doesn't just involve you, does it? It involves me. It must, or you wouldn't hesitate.
Athena wanted to know if there was a way to save the idols. The answer was this. The idols cannot continue so long as the Last Muse lives.
And I'm the Last Muse.
And now you know the prophecy.
Why did you go to the reliquary?
Why did you go to the reliquary? We know about the mirror, but...
You wanted to annul the prophecy.
And the Fates are the only ones who could, if they would even help me. I doubted it, but I was desperate. I never got the chance to ask. Someone told Athena where I was going, and she must have realized what I meant to do.
But how did she get the Furies to attack you? They aren't pets. You didn't break any of the old laws.
I don't know. Maybe it's something the ruler of the idols can do. But you'd have to ask Athena.
You went to Pan for the key?
You went to Pan for the key to the reliquary, right?
Yes. He's the reason I knew about Nyx's mirror, actually. He told me about it long ago.
He told Medusa where you went. She, I expect, told Athena.
Oh. Pan couldn't have known what it would mean. I didn't explain.
That's it. You forgive him, just like that.
I'm sure he feels guilty enough, my love.
Apollo should have told us. Now we know the truth. Do you blame Athena? Athena will pay. I mean, that's a tricky one, actually. If Athena was doing it to make sure everyone survived? Apollo should have told us.
I can't believe Apollo didn't tell us about this. He kept quiet the entire time.
He knew Athena killed an idol. He had a duty to tell us.
If he had, Grace would have been locked into the same fate as Calliope.
We don't know that.
This isn't fair. I guess this is it. What now? Well, this isn't fair.
It isn't fair, Freddy. This isn't how it's supposed to go.
So many years of history, the fights, the highs, the miseries. I'm so proud of you, but it's time to go. I never truly saw before how trapped we were, so far from shore. Great at the time, but it's time to go. It's time to go. How can I let go now? I won't. It's just not fair. We took our first steps together. Now you'd have me walk alone. You were always there for me, from heartbreak and through injury. We bring you back. I would give it all to you, my best friend, if I could choose a muse.
You would give up godhood to bring her back.
Any day, every day, a life for a life. Farishta, please stay.
Grace, no. It's time.
Who knows what comes next? But I will face it beside you.
You've returned.
You did it. You actually brought me back from the dead.
Of course I did.
Did you get a chance to speak to the Fates?
No.
Then what happened?
We know you lied to us. I'm not the Muse anymore. Persephone got a throne. We found Calliope. I'm not the Muse anymore.
I'm no longer an idol. Freddie is the Muse now. That was the only way to bring her back.
Then you're not the Last Muse.
And you know why that was a problem, don't you? That's right. We learned about the prophecy, as well as all your lies. You knew. You knew the truth this entire time, even when you said you were helping Grace.
Yes. Yes, I did.
Why help at all? I trusted you. Tell me everything. Well, tell me everything.
Is there more you haven't told me? Did you know about the Furies as well?
No. I didn't know how Calliope died.
But you knew Athena was behind it.
I thought I could nudge you in the right direction. Help you find the truth without learning about the prophecy.
Well, you failed. We know it now.
Well, then it's done. You're locked into it, as is Freddie. Athena will want her dead, too.
You're right. I actually hadn't considered that part.
I'm so sorry, Grace. I never meant for this to happen.
That's right. Leave. It's what you're best at. I don't know how this will affect your trial. We could tell them what we've learned. Even without proof, it makes enough sense that Athena couldn't just brush it off. You're not the Last Muse any longer. After all, your Freddie isn't on trial. Yet if Athena believes you both need to die in order to save the idols, she'll find a way.
Could the prophecy be true? Then it's a fight. We should make a deal. About what happened. Well, then it's a fight.
Then I'll just have to stop her, won't I?
Brave words for a mortal.
If I've learned anything, it's that idols aren't all powerful. Plus, I'll have help, right?
I lied to you, used you, and you still want my help?
I'd say you owe me.
When you go to the trial, I'll back your play, up to and including overthrowing Athena. Calliope would approve.
But what about...
Just so you understand, our chances aren't good. I suggest you do whatever necessary to prepare.
Great.
Confront Persephone, confront Pan, confront Freddy, confront Apollo. I mean, we may as well talk to Freddy. Let's try that.
Freddy, can we talk? Freddy, please. Whatever I did, I need to make it right. Talk to me. Hey. Freddy, are you okay?
No. No, I'm really not. Why did you do it, Grace? You brought me back. You made me the muse.
And I'd do it again. You were born to do this. I couldn't leave you. And I'd do it again.
Man, what's giving up immortality for your best friend in the entire universe?
No, I'm serious.
And I'm not. Freddy, I'd do anything for you. Just like you'd do anything for me.
Grace, I told you that I was at peace with my decision. I've watched the struggles you've had as the muse, and now you've thrown them all on me. You didn't even ask.
You don't wish you were still dead, do you? Did I screw up?
I don't know.
I'm sorry I didn't ask you.
I should have asked you first. I'm really sorry. It just kind of happened.
It's not that. It's not just that. I came back from the dead. And I was actually dead. And I'm not the same now. I've changed. And it's not just being the muse. I'm different, and so are you, and nothing between us can ever be the same again.
Of course it'll be the same. Why wouldn't it?
Grace, I sacrificed myself because I love you. I'm in love with you. And I have been for a really long time.
Oh. So the exclamation marks are the this is a serious decision. I didn't know. Is that a bad thing? It's okay. I think I knew. I'm in love with you too.
Well, that's ironic.
What is?
I, feel the same way. I always have.
But what about you and Apollo?
Forget Apollo.
Apollo's great, but he's not you, Freddy.
Oh.
Why do you think I joined your band? After college, we started drifting apart.
Why do you think I started the band? All this time. And neither of us said anything.
Jeez, too real. I don't want to lose you. But we know now.
We know now? Isn't that a good thing?
The trial's tomorrow, Grace. Athena doesn't know about me. Once she does, I'm the last muse. She's gonna want me dead, isn't she?
We can still get through this, Fred.
Yeah, but even if we do, I'll keep changing. And when I start becoming Calliope, will I Well, I still love you.
I don't know.
Now every word's been said. I can't think of any more to fix what's broken. So many books I've read, and still not a word of anything could reveal how this feels. Only if we could have been brave on time, knowing how we should have been loving all this time. I would prefer that we were late then, never together again. What you don't get is death. I died. You and I are not the same people who we once knew. Only if we could have been brave on time, knowing how we should have been loving all this time. Only if we could just escape demise. I'll always love you, Grace. But is it too late? Too late?
Well, we should probably confront Apollo.
Oh, it's you. Paul comes in, mopier than his usual mopey self, and won't say a word about why. But of course, it's you.
This doesn't involve you. That's bad? That's bad.
That bad, huh? I'm not surprised. He left my place pretty upset.
You know, I knew it when I saw you. That girl's gonna be trouble. But does he listen? No. Look, I'm not stupid. I don't buy into this god crap, but I know Paul and the rest of you are not on the right side of normal. Even so, Paul is a good guy. Leave him alone. He doesn't want to talk to you.
It's all right, Oracle. I think Grace and I need a moment alone, if you please.
Oh, sure. Don't mind me. It's not like I was in the middle of anything.
I know how Persephone feels. But not you. You'd have every right to be furious with me.
I'm not angry.
I'm not. I was surprised, sure. But I get why you did it. I think.
I wanted you to find out about Athena without learning the prophecy. Yeah, it was difficult to help without helping too much. Even pointing you at Pan. I was hoping he could be pressured into assisting more. When I first became Apollo, I was so sure I could help people. Help the world. I ignored the warnings. You have no idea how many lives I ruined before I stopped. never should have given in to Athena. This one time, I thought that maybe it will be different.
You don't know everything. I'm not giving up, but it wasn't. Maybe it will be. Well, you don't know everything.
You don't know everything, Apollo. Half the problem is that you and every other idol thinks they do.
What do you mean?
Trying to prevent the prophecy is what's making it come true.
So you want to, what, stop trying?
Maybe.
I hope you can forgive me, Grace.
I know you meant well. Get over yourself. There's nothing to forgive.
There's nothing to forgive, Apollo. You did what you could for a friend. You didn't owe me anything.
I guess all that remains is the trial. Whatever happens, Grace, I'll be standing right there by you.
Thank you.
So now we can go straight to the auditorium. This is my last chance to speak to anyone before the trial. Let's talk to Persephone.
Did you forget something, Grace?
It felt like we hadn't quite finished our conversation.
It seemed pretty finished to me. What more is there to discuss?
We didn't finish things in Hades. Are you okay? What about you and Calliope? Are you okay?
How about you? Are you okay?
Oh, I am many miles from okay, Grace.
Don't you want to talk about it?
Calliope would not have approved of the way I acted. But then she seldom did. It was so good to see her in Hades, to have her say she forgives me. I just wish it were as easy to forgive myself.
Self-pity? I forgive you. You need to do more than that. Self-pity?
Self-pity? From the great Persephone. That's a new look.
How dare you? It's not self-pity, it's...
Introspection? Remorse? This isn't your usual playbook.
Fine. I'm trying to change, Grace. Is that what you wanted to hear?
It's a start.
Do you regret it? Surrendering your eidolon?
A little. Not yet. It was a hard choice.
Giving it up was the hardest thing in the world. But this was too important, no matter how difficult.
I wonder if I could have done as much for anyone. You do realize you may have brought your friend back, only to doom her to a quick death.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
You gave her your new life. And you get to walk away as if nothing ever happened.
Only if we survive. And I would never walk away from a friend.
Oh, it's my last chance to speak to anyone. Okay, I guess we can confront Pan. Let's do it.
Pan? Are you here? Pan! All right then. Guess I'll just head off.
I thought you didn't want to see me anymore. You're not here to yell at me, are you?
Maybe a bit. I just wanted to talk. Still think I'm a lost cause. I wanted to apologize.
No, I, wanted to apologize.
Apologize? To me? Well...
For thinking you might be behind Calliope's murder. Turns out that's not the case.
Oh, then you've learned something, haven't you? Something not exactly pleasant. I see. Isn't that always the way? Tell you what, Grace. Let's indulge in one last transaction. Relay what you've learned, and I'll see if I have any advice to offer.
Let's not. Tell him everything. Well, let's tell him everything.
Okay, where do I begin?
Well, of course it was Athena.
Wait, you knew?
No, how could I?
So what now?
Let the prophecy play out.
Huh?
Let it play out. It doesn't say the Last Muse will die. Just that she must for the idols to continue. Perhaps the idols shouldn't continue. Seems reasonable enough.
Just let them die? I don't want that. Not to Athena.
I doubt Athena would agree. Or many of the other idols, for that matter.
Yes, well, if history says anything about the idols, it's that we're a bunch of reactionaries who make poor decisions. Frankly, change is long overdue. Continuing on as we have been isn't appealing, and I doubt I'm the only one who thinks so. I'm rather looking forward to the trial now. How exciting.
I think we've got one episode left. So what I'm going to do is leave it here for the time being. If you like this, definitely leave a little like. Leave a subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. If you want notifications, don't go the bingle. If you don't want notifications, don't click the bell. And I'll tell you what, I'll catch you next time.